These could be the final intense exchanges of Asia's longest war. The Sri Lankan army firing all...
The international community, I think, has come to realize that without responding to the needs of fragile states, they cannot be totally secure.
The tens of thousands of civilians caught up in this.
At least 8 people are dead as violent anti-government protests continue in Bolivia. Violence stems from reforms to the national constitution, which will grant more land.
The connection between conflict and poverty is that the more you have a situation of fragile existence in which states do not have the capacity to respond to the needs of their citizens, in which they do not have sufficient legitimacy, you're likely to see an escalation into violent conflict. You're likely to see an enlargement of the space in which poverty exists.
Goma in eastern Congo has seen some of the worst fighting, but for now the guns have stopped.
Among those displaced from earlier civilians.
There's a lot of political work that has to be done.
Nepal's lawmakers picked the country's first president yesterday. There are now doubts that the Maoists will form a government.
The positive political work is to find a way to prevail on the actors in that environment, to engineer a process of rebuilding their governance structures before what they have becomes a basis for violence.
May 1996, and the crowd at the Truth Commission hearing is extremely angry. Following 15 years...
Reconstruction in a responsible way in which we help to build the capacity and allow that environment to participate in it and own the process so that they can continue to sustain it is crucial for reconstruction.
So Afghanistan's Walesi Jirga must somehow cater for all these divergent interests. And almost a third of MPs are women, far more than...
The cost of dealing with conflict when it's happened is simply too high for the world to bear. That's why it's worthwhile making sure that we're taking the steps now to reduce levels of conflict and to drive up the opportunities for development.